take me down.
Hello and welcome to the award-winning cafe community. We're so glad you can join us. I'm your host, Cheryl Noble. And tonight marks the end of the cafe community program. For over 2 years, we've been bringing you live TV that talks about people who make a difference in our community, as well as our incredible resources to help us survive and thrive together. I'll say my farewells and thank yous and crying for the end of the show, because in the meantime, we've got a great program for you tonight. A little bit later, we'll learn about a new community harvest program, and we'll also hear about a new senior co-housing development that's underway. And in just a moment, my first guests are going to talk about falls prevention and senior outreach programs and the event next week that is on falls prevention. We're glad you can be with us, and it's going to be a great program, so let's get started. My first guest, as I just mentioned, are part of next week's Falls Prevention Community event. On my left is Cynthia Schutz. She is with the Falls Prevention Coalition. On her left is Judith Bell. She is a nurse with the Senior Outreach Program. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Cheryl. It's always wonderful to be on your show, and I must confess it's very sad that it's your last.
Thank you. I really appreciate you coming on and keeping us updated about the falls prevention, because this is a really vibrant group that's growing, and you're expanding and getting new programs. So why don't you take it away and tell us about where do you want to start, next week's event or
I think that's a great place to start. The Falls Prevention Coalition is indeed a vibrant group. We have wonderful meetings and really spend a lot of time planning the event that is going to be Wednesday, September 21st from 9:30 to 1.
And that's the 4th year now. So
Fourth annual.
Wow, good
Hard
for
to
you.
believe.
Yeah.
It'll be at Sierra Presbyterian Church, but people need to pre-register.
Oh, okay.
And they need to call Helpline to do that.
Okay. We've got the number here.
Great.
And we'll have it up on the screen, the flyer. We've got, let's see, the number for the helpline to register is 273-2273. And what caught my eye, of course, was free lunch. But this is a free program, lots of information. Who are some of the vendors that are going to be there?
Oh, we're going to have a lot of vendors. We're still gathering them. We're going to have at least 25, I think a few more. The adult services will be represented, and the senior outreach program is part of adult services. Right Built, who does home modification to keep people safe in their own homes, will be there. And we're going to have Buyers Leaf Guard.
Okay.
Everybody's seen those ads,
Sure.
I would imagine, by now.
Even on big TV.
And Freed,
commercials.
Center for Independent Living, Gold Country Telecare will be there, on and on. A lot of people who serve seniors in a variety of ways.
Yeah.
Many of the coalition members will also be vendors there: Eschaton Village, Hilltop Commons, Spring Hill Manor.
Okay, yeah, good representation.
Yes.
And Judith, and this is a collaborative effort, and you work with falls prevention and the agency. Tell us about the Seniors Outreach Program.
Okay, well, the Senior Outreach Program is under the auspices of Nevada County. I, as a senior outreach nurse, am working on the coalition with Cynthia. And it's not only that we have great meetings, but we have a great leader. She keeps us together.
That's important.
Yes, it's an enthusiastic group. We're all there with the same goal, which is to help seniors stay safe and stay in their homes. That's the main goal of the Senior Outreach Program. It's a 35-year-old program, at least that old. And we also receive sponsorship from Area 4 Agency on Aging, which is a state and federal program.
Oh, good.
Public
and the
health.
funding's still coming in. And
The funding is still coming
good,
in.
that's important.
Yes, it is.
But the services are free
Yes.
for residents.
For people 60 and over, free. Most of
60,
the people that we see are referred by their physician. They're referred by home care agencies after they have been taken care of by home care and not any longer eligible for Medicare. And we are the main resource for falls prevention referrals.
Right.
So we have private MDs that are calling us and asking us to see their clients. We have people that see brochures that Cynthia has done and articles that she has done that will call us for help with falls. We have family members who are concerned about their seniors.
Sure.
And they call us.
This
so it's a
offers-
broad base.
Yeah, I wanted just to add that the services help the seniors be independent. It gives them a
Yes.
more independent lifestyle. And I think this is what's critical and what people are looking for, that they want to maintain the lifestyle that they had and not
And
have
stay in their homes.
And stay in
so
their homes.
many people that I talk to, that's their main goal, is to stay in their homes. So our goal is to help them and to help their support people to do that.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to mention, to build on that, that falls are incredibly debilitating, have quite a profound consequence, and
Yeah.
it is one of the primary reasons people have to leave their homes. And we know the risk factors now. There's several clearly identified risk factors. So the program that we're going to put on, besides the free lunch, will focus on helping people know how they can reduce their risk.
Okay, yeah, and know where the resources are. Cynthia, you've been on the program before to talk about the roll and stroll, and that is, did I reverse it? Stroll and roll. See, that is a walking group. We know how important exercise is in terms of prevention. That just keeps growing. So you're getting the word out, you're building the awareness. The events will build on that too. The events program next week. Good
Indeed.
stuff.
And we're trying to keep it fresh every year. This year, in addition to having a presentation on home safety, we'll have a presentation on Fall Proof, a wonderful new balance program that's being brought to the county, to the community. And Judith and I are going to be in a little playlet where we also involve the audience, the attendees.
So kind of a entertainment but interactive engagement of the audience next week.
Yes.
Oh, this is going to be good, I can see. All right, well, I will try to get there next week, next Wednesday at the Sierra Presbyterian Church, the Falls Prevention Community event. And you can call and make your reservation at 273-2273. Cynthia, thank you. Judith, thank you so much for being on the program, and I will see you around town.
Good.
Yeah.
Look
Good
forward
luck.
to that.
Thank you. All right, stick around. We're going to take our first break. I'm bringing up my second guest.
Hi, I'm Ingrid Knox, and I'm Vice President of the Friends of the Nevada County Libraries. And I'm here to let you know that we have a great library system in this county that needs your help. The libraries have struggled in recent years with decreasing funding, and the Friends of the Nevada County Libraries are here working to make sure that there's more funding available to help our libraries. And a big component of that is the community. We really appreciate the support that we've had for donations from the community. And I have one opportunity coming up that you might enjoy that would help our libraries. The Sierra Stages and Miners Foundry are presenting a production of the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee. This is a play that is a comedy. It's really a fun play. It's going to be shown in October, and the Friends have a benefit performance Friday, October 14th at 8 o'clock. Tickets are $25 in advance and $30 if you come to the door. And we'd really love to see you come and support the library as well as the theater community that we have here. Tickets are available at all Western Nevada County branches. You can buy them ahead of time, which is great. And if you need information about this particular benefit, the phone number is 530-265-1407. We really do appreciate your support and hope to see you on this night to benefit the Friends and have a good time.
Welcome back. And my second guest to continue on the theme of seniors and independent living. They are members and they are part of the Wolf Creek Lodge Co-Housing, which is being built at the corner of Freeman and McKnight in Grass Valley. And they're going to tell us about this unique type of living and why they became members of the co-housing. On my left is Magdalene Jekyll, and on her left is Dick Shannon. Welcome to the program to both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us.
You're very welcome. Dick, let's start with you with regards to talking a little bit about co-housing. We've got the Nevada City co-housing that's been open and residents living there for some time. Right. What is the concept a little bit in broad?
What the heck is co-housing?
There's the question.
Yes, co-housing is a concept that Katie McCammett and Chuck Durrett actually brought to America.
And they're local architects.
They're local architects. Yes. They introduced co-housing to the U.S. Initially in the form of multi-generational. That's with children and whole families.
Young as well as old people.
Exactly. Well, we don't consider ourselves old. But
I consider myself old, so I'm speaking for myself.
We think of either adult or senior.
Okay.
Senior co-housing or adult co-housing is designed for active adults. We have no children with us. We've gone through that phase, and we're focusing on living together in community, really, which is what co-housing is.
Right.
And as a community, keeping each other active and stimulated and going through a very active life, as opposed to living alone, which is one of the reasons that I joined.
Yeah.
We started out with 100 acres and we had a lot of neighbors. We ended up with 5 acres most recently in Grass Valley. And while we knew the names of our neighbors, we didn't know our neighbors.
Right. And now this really brings back the essence of community, knowing one another, know your neighbors, and gatherings, and really looking out for one another, because you're going to know where somebody is, which is great. And
absolutely.
So Magdalene, you are part of called members, which means you are purchasing a residence at the Wolf Creek Lodge. What's your story? How did you get interested in this particular type of residence?
Well, it happened to me that my husband was to the end of his life, and I faced the prospect of being by myself, and I have heard a lot, that seniors become very lonesome.
Yeah.
And then I heard Katie McCammett talk about the co-housing, and I went to that lecture, and right away I thought, that's the thing for me. Because I am sociable, I like to be with other people, and I think this is a very exciting prospect, because we have, as you say, fall prevention and independent living, and when we are active and do not go where somebody takes care of us all the time, we stay definitely more active and more responsible. And there are many, many things. I mean, I love to cook. I cook for myself. I'm always gaining weight. So it's nice to look forward to our common meals where we get together, a little team, and we cook for several people who sign up for it.
A big family, a really
like
big family.
family.
And in fact, you mentioned cooking together. The Common House is going to be at the heart of the community. And I was reading, that's something like 4,000 square feet. It's a very big, multifunctional, where you can have activities. You've got a big kitchen, big dining area. You can see movies. You can have gatherings. So.
Right. We have an extra living room where we can have yoga classes, book clubs. We can watch a movie together. And it comes up when you are with your friends. It will be very spontaneous. They say, we could rent this movie, who likes to see it? And so not everybody has to come running. But it will be so many really fun activities, and just have good discussions.
Yeah.
Even now at our monthly meetings or at our social gatherings, we have the most interesting conversations, really.
Yes,
Yeah.
we
We
do.
do not talk about the weather.
The backgrounds are so different. And
Yes.
that was one of my questions. And I know we've got some photos that will probably roll. There's one of members gathering, and I know there's a photo of when the groundbreaking of finally the long-awaited. There we go, under construction. It's so great that it's moving
groundbreaking.
along.
And I went the other day and I saw actually the first floor has been poured now.
Oh,
Where
great.
you see actually the different bathroom floors in different colors. So people actually could now go into their bathroom and look at the floor.
And
so we're making progress.
Get an idea. Well, and that brings to mind a question. When do you expect it to be completed?
Well, the construction should be completed July 12th at 10:04 in the morning.
Okay.
They gave us a very exact date.
There's a countdown
In
for you.
2012.
2012.
Right.
Okay.
It'll be next year, so we've got a little less than a year to go before we're actually able to occupy. Each of our members owns their own home, and it'll be a complete home.
Yeah.
And as you've mentioned, we do have our common space, and our common space is designed to bring us together. We'll have common meals, we'll have common activities. It isn't all centered around our facility. We organize and do things out in the hinterlands.
Right.
Kayaking,
right. So
music
there's
in the mountains.
Organized events,
Absolutely.
field trips, if you will.
Yes.
Oh yes,
So-
we
Yes.
took field
Is there-
trips to Ananda already.
Oh,
The
great.
tulip show there, all kinds of nice things.
Well, I think it's important to mention that it's almost completely sold out, not so much of a sales pitch, but it's been very popular. So more and more people are learning about co-housing. And we are out of time, so thank you, Dick, so much for being on, and Magdalene, and good luck in
Thank
your
you.
new homes. So,
Thank you very much.
and for more information, call 478-1970. Okay, we are going to take our second break. Please stick around. We just got one more segment to go. Welcome back to the last segment of the show and the last show. And as we have in our program throughout the last couple of years, I'd like to talk about our new resources, where new nonprofits are developing and coming up, and how we're taking care of one another. And this is always so exciting for me. We have a new community harvest program called the Gold Country Gleaners. And I just think it's a fabulous idea, and one of the founders to talk about it with me now is Carolyn McKinley.
That's correct.
Great. Well, thank you for being on, Carolyn. And Community Harvest Program. I have to confess, I didn't know what gleaners. It's a word, and I'm a wordsmith, but it means to gather, to pick up. So this with harvest time?
Yes, this is the time for us to be in action. So what we're focusing on for this harvest season is fruit trees.
Okay.
And as you've all noticed, if you look around our neighborhoods, you'll see areas of land where people have lots of fruit trees, but
Right.
the fruit is still on the trees or it's beginning to fall
Right.
off. And so we're trying to be the interface to help that fruit be used.
And so you gather people who are willing to pick,
Mm-hmm.
and you have a group of volunteers, and I guess if you're looking for volunteers too.
Always, yeah.
Always, and then you'll go pick the
Mm-hmm.
backyard trees, and then how does that work? The owner gets some of the fruit,
That's
so
correct.
it kind of helps them out too.
Right. Well, you know, how all these programs can relate. If somebody is maybe not able to pick their fruit because of fall issues
Exactly.
or other issues, they don't
Exactly.
have the manpower or it's too much fruit for them. You know, we can help the community by picking the fruit, offering it to
Right.
the homeowners. We take a little bit ourselves, and then we also offer it to food donation distribution centers and other nonprofits.
Right. And this is, the timing is so great as we become more aware, more conscientious about our local resources, and we're in a rural area with lots of big backyards and fruit. The demand for food, we have more homeless now.
That's true.
We have more people going to the food banks. So I just feel so excited that this service has become available.
Yes, and we can use help in many different ways, not just picking the fruit. We can also we need help with sometimes getting equipment, such as orchard ladder, or if somebody can help us. We always need boxes to put the fruit in.
Oh, great. I hadn't thought about that.
Other things. We kind of learned this over the summer. So, so it's coming together. We're mainly focusing right now, because of our resources, on Nevada City and Grass Valley. But as time goes on, hopefully we can expand out, because there is fruit in further, Nevada County. Also, maybe we can help other groups get started.
Yeah.
So-
yeah, little pocket, maybe little neighborhood pockets of
Correct, yeah.
gleaners, and it's such a win-win situation for everyone. Again, it helps out the homeowner. They get some of the crop. It provides food. It doesn't go to waste. And this
That's
is, I think you'd mentioned before, it's a resource that is overlooked and just wasted.
And wasted, yeah. Yeah, and it does make you feel good to be able to see that follow through. I was able to give some fruit to somebody who is homeless right now, and that person was able to give some of that fruit to somebody else.
Sharing.
Nice. So that even gives an opportunity for people to share food. So it feels great.
Is this, and you're sponsored under the Apple
That's
Center
correct.
for Sustainable Living?
Yeah, that we started actually meeting at the Apple Center, and the coordinator there helped get us together, which was great. And we, as I said, we are modeling our group on other Northern California groups that have been doing this for a few years.
Right, yeah, I saw that there were some models that have been around for a long time. So as much as Gleaners really isn't a new concept.
No, it's an ancient concept, actually. It's been, in many religions and many cultures, the idea of gleaning and sharing with your food with others, not just, being the farmer and eating it yourselves, but sharing it with the community is an age-old, I think, as long as we've been raising and picking crops.
It's a great feeling, too, to know that it's not just rotting on the ground.
Yeah,
That somebody can make good use, can it, preserve it, dehydrate it. So as you mentioned, you always are in need of volunteers. Now, are you looking for backyards too? More?
Yes,
Okay.
in fact, we are looking for backyards. We're looking for a fruit that the trees are somewhat well cared for, And also right now, we're looking at apples and pears, which are
Okay.
in season right now.
Yeah, great.
We're also other things, but if it's, if you think about the distribution, we want it to be food that can, like berries are hard to transport and,
Right.
and keep.
Have to
So,
be careful.
yeah, we're looking for strong, hardy fruit.
All right, well, stand up.
So, yeah.
we want to give the website
Sure.
because we're at the end.
Yeah, please, if you're interested, in fact, we have a pick this week, but you can contact us either through our website, which is goldcountrygleaners.org.
Mm-hmm.
And we have an email. You can it's the same almost, except with it's goldcountrygleaners@gmail.com.
Okay.
And we also have a phone number.
Okay.
And I'd like to give that at least twice,
okay.
if possible.
Shoot.
Area code 530-264-8680.
Okay, that's 264-8680, Gold Country Gleaners, and I hope you have a bountiful harvest. And thank you so much for coming on, Carolyn.
Oh, thank you.
And you're welcome. And if you would just sit tight for a couple minutes, as I mentioned at the first of the show, this is the final cafe community, and I would not be sitting here, got my hanky ready, if I didn't have the good fortune and good luck of a great crew and meeting good people along the way. And as you saw in the second set of announcements, I really wanted to thank Gil and Lynn Dominguez before Cafe Community. This was Mission Possible. And I had the good fortune of being on the show, and Gil mentored me all the way. And here I am. So thank you so much. And thank you, Cecilia Champay, my director, and Paul Champay, floor manager, Tony Stewart, and Rachel Jennings, camera, thank you, thank you. Bruce Carter, technical assistance and more, and Josh Unit for great sound, and I just outpouring of love, gratitude. This has been a very, very rewarding journey for me, and I'm not going away. You'll see me around NCTV. There's more to come, okay? So everybody take care of yourself, take care of one another, and I will see you around the community.
By the river, lay me down slow, move around me like the water, rinse me down my bones, and I'm done. And I'm done. Yes, I'm done.